Hello, my name is Susan Green. My business is Healwithairmeith, and we are working with the Messenger Animals Oracle as well as a few other decks. This is available to purchase on my site. It is the 22nd of October today, and we're doing a general reading of the overall energy around, okay? To support these readings, there are also healings on my YouTube channel. If you're spiritually minded on a soul journey, I also do daily card pulls with this Messenger Animal Oracle deck on my Facebook and Instagram pages. So please connect through my other channels. Also like and subscribe to YouTube also, please. Okay, so just taking a look at what Spirit needs us to know as we move forward into the week. So please remember, this is an overall reading for everyone, and you need to understand how it relates to you personally. Bring that onto the page. How it relates to you personally as, I guess, you're living your life and understanding your life. The white buffalo is quite phenomenal energy every single time. And the turtle in the same reading. Phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Wow, there's some big energies around this week. Wow. Okay, so I'm seeing there's been some transitions going on. Have you been working on yourself? What have you been doing? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. This shift feels like whatever has been going, these densities has really started to manifest and shift out of the way. So I guess looking at where that is relevant for you, is that a professional aspect, or is it a personal aspect? Is it within the social alignments that you're living, or is it mentally and emotionally within yourself? Perhaps it is even a psychic alignment, and where you've been working to perhaps open into your own spiritual gifts more completely. And interesting, as I say that, the clock just went 2:22, so very could be on par there. This energy is really showing that the chains are releasing those karmic influences, those generational blocks, and the relationships that have been creating these disruptions within the focus that you've had are shifting, so that manifesting and creating the clarity in what to say, how to do it, and what steps to take within self or with others is really shifting into a new level of, you know, the meerkat showing opportunity. What are you seeing? What are you knowing? How do you trust yourself? Perhaps that I'm sort of seeing two different aspects here. One of a compass and going, your north is realigning and you're finding greater direction. And the other is that with the frequencies not so much messy anymore, those disruptors now releasing through the ancestors and the network webs of your soul, that you're able to trust yourself, your inner knowing, your higher purpose, your insight more willingly, I guess. Okay, let's just come back to the buffalo for a minute and let's pull a couple of cards, support cards for that, just before we move on. Partnership. Okay, so learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. So this is a really beautiful message of just really appreciating every moment, being grateful for those around you, and understanding. It seems that you're being guided into, and again, this could be a partnership with another on a personal level, a professional level, or it could be a partnership with your own higher self and teams in spirit, this union and the transformation that is happening. You see the butterfly here, very indicative of what's going on with the white buffalo to become, we got all this sacred geometry, these beautiful white flowers, this purity and heart healing, this lavender pinky color would say that I get the sense of activating through the heart space into higher self. So that awareness and understanding, that bringing together the partnership of you with others or you with yourself. Perhaps it's you with your own inner power and light to help manifest into this opportunity that the meerkat is showing. Let's have a look. So this card, Wandering Circus. This is an indication of independence, and as you move into and through this transition, finding greater independence. So even though you may be coming into this sense of, oh, I'm aligning to all these people, or I'm aligning into my own higher self more efficiently, this community energy is bringing you independence, that courage to step up and into, to have the vision and the resources where you can actuate the reality you want to live. Okay, so self-reliance, be it with others or yourself, you're no longer dependent, you're independent within a positive alignment of all else that's going on and flowing around you. It's very transformative and supporting time. It's very stimulating energy. Like stimulating, I mean, it's like there's an infusion of life force coming into and through this emotional body, this mental body. This all feels like air and water with, you know, that healing being supported and grounded underneath you. The elephant, look, elephant here, bringing that abundance as you move forward. And that confirming also, I lovingly accept myself. So that's actually really quite stunning. So you are becoming, and that is creating this partnership, not just with self, but potentially others, soul family, soul truth, as you're activating through the heart space, that independence and learning to love you, which brings greater authenticity in the relationships around you. That is what I get from that. So moving on, the meerkat, and as you become more you, more aligned to you and more understanding of you, the meerkat and that clarity within the healing path continues to, it's like creating momentum into that. So again, we'll have a look at the other supporting cards around this and see what comes up. Inner power. This card came up last week also. The elements, north, south, east, west, earth, air, fire, water, bring them together, create that transition. Imagine this huge vortex of energy as you're outside and you're walking, and there's a huge vortex of energy constantly helping you to clear away the mucky and murkiness. And just in that, you continue to create that higher self-alignment, the alignment to your family, friends, to the soul family that are the community that help you excel in everything you are and everything you do. So this is a metaphysical, energetic frequency alignment through the networks of your soul. So you don't even really comprehend when you're doing these things how much that's radiating out through the networks and the realities. It's not just cleansing the energy centers of here and now, it's updating the mindsets and beliefs, the emotional energy, and you're bringing online instead through this white buffalo energy, the ability to see and to be more. Let's have a look at another support card here. Support again, another elephant. That's 3 elephants in this reading. The abundance of the soul awakening, this coming into this harmonic frequency and universal synchronicity. This just feels so stunning in what it's awakening. It's this, look, the elephant actually comes into this earth energy here. So you've got earth energy here, you've got air here, and this is just a synchronicity playing through the mental and emotional, this connection into the universe as you're connecting back to your inner power. This synchronicity of awakening into who you are, understanding who you are. Look how wide his eyes are. I just love how alert he feels, and that is the energy that's awakening this inner power, this synchronicity with everything else around you, that just everything, life becomes this beautiful song to be lived. Honesty is the best policy. So letting go of the illusion Okay, I think this is really important, to be honest, because often we justify why we shouldn't do things, or we make excuses for other people, or we as a human, we have a very good ability to sugarcoat and not truly recognize the deeper meaning of things, okay? But it's time to be honest as to why you're not making the changes, why you know you should be doing it, but why you won't be doing it. And this honesty within self, why won't you see yourself as the most beautiful and perfect soul? Why do you see yourself as not enough? It's time to come into this power. It's time to listen and learn. And it's time to come forth into this opportunity, this transformation, this heart healing, this soul healing, the activation through the light and the life force that you are, as everything, all these influences come together. And this pure honesty about who are the people in your life that are good for you and who are not. Where are the mindsets and the truths? You can't hide from your unconscious. It's always there. So if your unconscious is whispering to you that you're not enough, that you're not beautiful, then that is where the affirmations that were spoken about last week really come into play. And this is where this finding your truth through the daily card pulls that I do on my Facebook and Instagram pages, this is where you reconnect back into you. It helps you to self-reflect, and in self-reflection, you can better understand you, and that is what awakens. This is what brings that alertness and opportunity to transform, to manifest into what you want to be, and coming forward into this healing that is, here's the water and here's the air. It's emotional and mental healing. And this also so relates, if you're on that higher path of spiritual awakening, into your own psychic senses. So you're no longer limited and destructive within what you're seeing and doing. The honesty, if you're not honest with yourself first, honest with others about who you are, what you want, and how you want to achieve it, then you really can't step up and into that limitless self and transform into that, okay? Okay. So moving on to the sea turtle. The sea turtle is a beautiful energy. Limitless. It's profound how much the sea turtle can create that change and transformation. Once it's in your energy, it's very quick, it's very fast. It's this fluency that happens where new ideas, new concepts. So as you are moving through this process and you're becoming into this transformation, into the clarity, the realizations and the epiphanies. So it may be like something that you've been trying to understand for a long time, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's how it works. Or now I understand. I never saw it from that perspective before. And so what other people are saying, or concepts you've been trying to grasp around spiritual alignment or professional processes, perhaps you are starting a business or trying to expand through your business, all these things seem to start making sense, okay? This coming into oneness as you move into that greater inner growth and inner potential. This is personal abundance and your soul moving out of that stuck energy and into that flow, okay? It's no longer poverty. It's very much like the elephant is saying, that abundance awakening, and it's mind, body, soul. So again, whether it's internally with yourself or whether it's with others, this is supporting that journey. Stormfields. So stormfields often indicates that to get through that journey, what it feels like is just a massive mess. And so that actually sends a lot of people backwards, because you think, oh my gosh, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. Like, there's all this energy, but it's important to ask the questions. One, is this energy that's coming forth, is this actually what I'm releasing? Is this what I'm experiencing at the present time because I haven't released energy? Or is this coming from an external source that is not even me? So in other words, you're empathically taking on a lot of other people's energy that is creating that inner storm, and you can't cope with it. So you need to better psychically protect your energy. This is a very important card because within that transformation, there is always a storm. The storm cleanses, okay? And when you're doing energy healing, when you step onto a path of releasing, you often will relive and re-experience in some form what you're releasing. So if you imagine you're doing affirmations daily, and it's to overcome self-doubt, you may experience greater self-doubt initially until that has fully released from that unconscious wound, and then you move into that greater clarity, okay? So it's that transitioning through. Elegance. It is found in the beauty of nature, the lotus waiting to bloom, be the swan on the water and glide. I often see the lotus flower as a symbolism of that higher awakening. So this again indicating the storm, creating that cleansing. The lotus awakens out of the murkiness. It flowers within that sort of energy and it becomes so beautiful. And if you imagine this at the crown, this beautiful violet energy, awakening at the crown and those roots of the lotus coming down, down, down through all your chakra networks, grounding you down into Gaia. So you're in greater oneness and truth with your own self. This swan bringing the freedom and the awakening, the white flowers, the purity, everything coming together as you transform into that greater awakening and limitless self. Okay, so as you're releasing, as you're transforming, again, the storm fields, the lotus. Feeling fear is a call for love. So contest the fear. Don't accept fear. Okay? Work and know that you're love. Every time you start feeling that, just breathe in the light and the love of the universe. Breathe in that energy you want to be existing in feeling in, and expand the heart space. Expand through that fear and just embrace love as you come back into unity. I think this is really saying that as you're moving through this process, that this energy, this storm, that emotional turmoil is just the contracts, the frequency disruptors, the emotional blocks releasing, that you need to remember just to keep feeling the love, keep expanding into that energy so that you blossom, okay? So that it doesn't rewire back through, okay? Keep activating and bringing online, essentially, those frequencies that you want to exist in through all the networks of who you are. You don't have to be at a loss anymore. You can embrace who you are. You can be true to who you are. This is just really stunning in recognizing how this destructive, limiting energy is shifting through this storm, through what then creates a feeling of fear, which is actually just that releasing, so you can exist in that space of love and awakening through this energy, okay? Again, releasing all this enslavement, all this danger that your mind, that your unconscious has been holding on to, all this destructive, limited mindsets and false belief structures that have developed because of the wounded energy. So you're opening and awakening into more. And then the elephant, the abundance of the soul awakening. How stunning, the abundance as you've moved through all this. Let's see the support cards for the elephant today. Dance. Dance like there's no tomorrow. Dance like there's no one watching. Let go. Find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. Yes, to exist in joy as that storm dissipates, and to exist in the spark of life, in the purity of anything and everything that could come forth, in just the recognizing what is new as you choose kindness, you choose love, you choose to exist in this space of healing. And look, all these cards have got that green tinge, that healing energy as you've moved through the storm. Have you chose to create change? You chose to listen to the signs and create that unity in the relationship of you with your higher self, teams in spirit, with those around you, with the life you're living. Perhaps it's with spiritual side of yourself, with the life you're living, bringing everything into unity to transform with the sea turtle and come into the abundance of the soul. Here you are, literally healing on all levels, finding that synchronicity and unity with everything else that's around you. Look, there's another lotus down here, that awakening, freedom through the wings, dragonfly. Another one down here. This is really stunning. I really hope this resonates and that you find the truth in who you are through this reading, that you find the clarity that you need to really light the spark, to feel that spark, to feel that healing, and to dance, your authentic song and soul signature. Okay, this is what the elephant is saying, that abundance awakening, that truth. This journey this week, or whenever you connect to it, this journey is phenomenal. This awakening of who you are in alignment to yourself and with others and through the life you are living. So stunning. So thank you to these animals, to Spirit, and to all of you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. Share this channel with others that may be interested, and I will see you again another week. Bye for now.